Hi, my name is Lil Lazuli. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be asking, what is your person thinking and feeling, and what are their next actions toward you? And so with each of the piles, I also channeled a couple of messages with that. So go ahead, and we have 4 options, so go ahead and choose the animal that you get the most pull towards or you're most attracted to. And we'll go ahead and start with the dolphin. So first we'll start off with what your person is feeling. I have a channel message, and we got the first 3 cards, which is the 9 of Swords, the Sun, and the 6 of Cups. Or, I'm sorry, this is the 7 of Cups. In the channel message, I shuffled, I pulled all the cards for the pile, and then I just sort of felt the energy. I didn't look at the cards or anything, and then this is the channel message I got. I am content with where the relationship is at now. There's no need for rush or change. Okay, so with their feelings, they're definitely feeling that, you know, they like you a lot with the Sun card. They're definitely content when they're around you. They like to, I think when you're around them, you're very playful and you guys have a lot of fun together, but they do see other options. This is probably a pretty extroverted person, so they're already kind of fun on their own, and so like that's something that probably really pulls you toward them. And so with regarding your situation, their feelings with you, I think they feel like if they go anywhere closer toward you, like they just sort of start to feel trapped, because they know that they're attractive, and they know that a lot of people are also interested in them, and so I don't think they're like ready to cut off one thing. I think you're just kind of, they have a really full life, and you're another thing that really adds to that fullness. So that's what I'm getting for feelings. I'll let you know if anything else comes to me for that. For thoughts, the channel message we have is, oh here, I'll go ahead and pull out the cards first. You got the Page of Wands, King of Cups, okay, and the 9 of Wands in reverse. And the message you got is, sometimes you mistake my playfulness for aggression. You don't see me clearly. So yeah, I'm seeing that they really do care for you, and they do have feelings, and when they think about the relationship, they see themselves as this King of Cups, possibly like the more mature person in the situation, but they think that you see them as this Page of Wands, so someone who's just really fiery, and again, like that it's possible that they may joke around with you, and you may not always like get their jokes or feel that they're funny, because, you know, there might be like an imbalance in this relationship, and so it's possible that you would want more commitment than they do, and because of that, any little joke, perhaps they, you know, make jokes about being attracted to other people, or, you know, going out with someone else, and when you hear something like that, you don't take it as playfulness, you take that as, you know, a really rude, hurtful thing that they're saying, that they're kind of playing with your emotions, but they're kind of, what they're thinking is that this is them just being themselves, and just being the extroverted, playful person that they are. And so I think they see you as this person who's a little bit guarded when they're around them, but they don't, because it's in reverse, they don't think there's a need for it. So they're just a little bit put off by that. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, it's possible, yeah, with the you don't see me clearly, you know, if they feel like if they can't be themselves and they can't say what they truly mean and what they truly feel, then they kind of took two steps back in the relationship. Because they have so many, they do feel like they have so many options. And so when, you know, obviously you're a very prized option and you're at the top of the list, but when you kind of take things that shouldn't be taken to heart, what in their eyes, it's off-putting to them. And this isn't saying that you shouldn't, because it's very possible that they're like saying things that aren't nice, and you really are in the right for, you know, feeling offended by certain things and being bothered by certain things and being hurt. But that's kind of like the decision you have to make. Is like, do you want to put up with this sort of playfulness? Because I mean, every situation is different, so I can't really tell you if they're actually being mean and rude or if they're really being playful. That's kind of up for you to decide. But this is how they feel. They do feel that they can't necessarily be themselves fully when they're around you, although they do really enjoy being around you. It's just sometimes when, you know, when things are going good, they may accidentally say something that, you know, triggers you or something that you don't like, and it kind of ruins the moment, and they don't know how to come back from that. But they do, I mean, with the King of Cups here, they do really have full emotions for you, and they do genuinely care about you, and so they don't ever want to hurt you. Anything they're doing is not intentionally hurtful toward you. It just could be maybe ignorantly hurtful towards you, if that makes sense. Let's see what their next moves towards you. So we got the Five of Cups in reverse, which says parent or relative. Sorry, the light's really bright. You can't really see much, but I mean, there's not much to the card. We got deception, which is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And then we got Game of Chance, which is the, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. And from the rabbit deck, we have ears. Oh, it's a rabbit. And the cows. Dang it. Okay. So the cows in reverse. Okay, so they definitely like you, and with ears and Game of Chance, I think they're willing to take a chance on you. So their next actions are they're really gonna put some focus into the relationship and into how your next interactions are going. So with this card, parent and relative, it's possible that if you guys are in a close relationship, if this is someone that you are, you know, steadily working with, and you're like kind of together with this person, it's possible that this person is getting ready to see if you'd be ready to meet their parents. But if not, this is them just keeping an open mind, open ears, really listening to what you're really bringing to the table. And within the next couple of times that they see you, they're going to be really kind of focused on the potential and seeing what's there. With the cows in reverse and deception, I'm seeing something of like they're avoiding you meeting their friends. And they might, with the deception card, it's possible that they might lie to you about something about that. And they might say something like, there might be a situation coming up where you know, they go out with, you know, a group of friends or whatever, and, you know, it's guys and girls, and so, like, it's not like a guy's trip or anything where it's, you know, it wouldn't make sense for you to come along. It's like something that you could be invited to, but they're going to kind of be a little bit deceptive and not necessarily bring it up, or they may lie and say that you can't come to this because they're not fully sure of the situation. Their next actions toward you aren't going to be necessarily actions, other than they may want to put forth the effort of doing some things with you, spending some time with you, spending like quality time, so they can really like focus on if this is the relationship that they want. But they won't be doing anything moving forward physically, in the sense of having you meet their friends or their family. But family seems like it's closer than their friends. And I think maybe that has to do with, again, with like them being so extroverted. They probably have a lot of friends, a large friend group wherever they are. They're pretty well known, pretty popular, so there are probably a lot of girls around them that are interested in them. So they don't necessarily want to like bring around another person that's going like brandish you, because that sort of closes them off to other potential connections. But I think like having them meet their parents may not necessarily be as high stakes. You know what I mean? Maybe they see their image in their friend group or their social group as more important than what it's like with their family. Like they would do the family step first before the friend step. But overall, I mean, if you would like to continue, building a relationship with this person, just be patient with them and try to really build up your confidence so you don't feel like you're intimidated by any of this extroversion that they put forth. But that's what I'm seeing for you. So if that resonated at all, please leave that in a comment. And if you'd like to see another video, I'm hoping to make like a full deck of these little channel messages. Let me know what you thought of those. I'd like to like make a deck of that and just continue using those for the reading if those were at all helpful. I think it brought a little bit like a twist. So have a great night. Bye. Okay, if you chose the Beaver pile, this is your reading. So for what the person's feelings are toward you, we have the Nine of Swords, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Five of Swords. And for your channel message for how they're feeling, you've got, I feel stable and at home when I'm around you, but that's not necessarily all I need. Okay. So I'm seeing that this person, it's possible that you may be going through a little bit of like a depressive episode. You may be feeling a little bit depressed or anxious, and that's definitely like rubbing off on your person. Like this is kind of their feelings right now. Not necessarily towards you, but like in the overall situation in life. And it's, not, you can't put past like the people they surround themselves with, or like what rubs off on them. And so I think that they do find this like sense of stability with you, but maybe they're looking for something that's more exciting. I think they just feel like they're a little bit dead inside. And that's sorry that's coming off a little bit harsh, but like this is more of like a advice for you, you know what I mean? Of just like kind of how they're feeling and like what you can do to help them out with that. Because obviously they're having positive feelings with you regarding stability and like they feel safe around you, but we all have so many varying needs that really need to like be completely met. And so if one thing's not being met, you can't be upset with a person for feeling unhappy about that. And with this Six of Pentacles in reverse, maybe they're feeling some sort of a block toward giving. I think because they're in this like negative energy, they feel like they can't, you know, you have to, you know, really take care of yourself before you take care of another person. And I feel like right now they're struggling taking care of themselves. And so because of that, they feel like it's difficult to give to you. And with this Five of Swords, yeah, I'm just seeing more of like mental, physical exhaustion, not having any energy to put toward the relationship. With the beaver, with this being the beaver pile, beavers are pretty hardworking animals, and they put a lot of effort into, you know, building their homes with it, you know, with their how they build dams and everything like that. But at the same time, they need something. They need to like continue to be kept busy with other work. So home isn't the only thing that this person needs. It looks like this person's going through a bit of a rough patch, and they need something, you know, maybe some sort of switch up in careers or something like that, or just add more added excitement and zest to their life to help them out. So let's see what this person's thinking. You got Ace of Swords in reverse, Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. And the channel message is, if you need help, I will always extend my hand. Just ask. I know you're struggling. Interesting. So it's like, it's like they feel like it's difficult to give to you, but at the same time, they do care for you, and they like want to provide for you. So with what they're thinking, I think they may think that there's like this lack of communication with both of you. Yeah, with this Ace of Swords in reverse, I think both of you are not getting your needs met, and this person is thinking that it's because you're not being vocal enough with that. But I think the truth of their feelings, their feelings and thoughts aren't matching up. And that's okay. Like, it's as if, like, right now, their feelings are their feelings that they can't control, and their thoughts are kind of like their desires. So they're feeling really, you know, crappy, and like they can't give to other people, but they desire to still really give to you, even though they feel like their needs aren't being met. So yeah, with this Knight of Cups, they still are thinking of, you know, continuing on with kind of keeping you happy. I think they're really focused on you. But at the same time, with this, you got this Knight of Cups and this Eight of Cups. So with this Knight of Cups, they have the thoughts of continuing to moving towards you, but also with this Eight of Cups, it's like they also have the split thought of going off on their own and trying to figure things out for themselves. So this person is battling a lot in their mind right now. So just definitely be patient with them, because they do have really good intentions for you, and with the Knight of Cups here, with them feeling stable and wanting to help you, it's just kind of, I think in this situation, it is necessary that you make sure that they're putting forth their needs first, and not asking more of what they can give you. So let's see what that's really, I don't know, it's really interesting, a little bit complicated. We'll see their next actions toward you. So we got Death. I really gotta figure this out. Widowhood, which is the Queen of Swords. Empress, which is also called Truths. And then the Nine of Wands in reverse, which is Misfortune. And from the rabbit cards, we got the moon and the rolling rabbit. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. With this death and widowhood, it's possible that their next actions are going to be possibly taking a break from you, which is not fun to hear. But with the way their thoughts and feelings are moving, and especially with this Eight of Cups coming up, being in their thoughts, it's like they are starting to think about leaving. And with these being action cards, and this being death and widowhood, like but it is the Queen of Swords, so perhaps then you're going to be ending this relationship soon. And death doesn't have to be a complete end to anything. This can just be a temporary separation, so this person can really get their stuff together and figure stuff out. We have the Empress here with truths and misfortune. It's difficult. I'm kind of having difficulties separating your person's energy from your own. So at least I am definitely feeling like the next actions this person's going to bring towards you that are going to be like balanced with your own. Like nothing is going to blindside you. You're both going to be feeling this equally, and it's going to be very balanced. And if there is possibly a break in the relationship, you're going to be like completely expecting it and also partially wanting it. But neither of you are going to be like really wanting it, because the Knight of Cups is still here. You know what I mean? So you guys both have genuine feelings for each other. You both really care about each other. But it is important for you both to be getting your needs met and to really know what that requires. And sometimes people need to be alone to understand what they need. And if you're really dreading being alone from this person, maybe it's what you need. You know, maybe you feel like you're happy with this person and you don't want that to end. But if this person isn't happy right now, and if you're not able to like more readily be like give this person their space, then maybe it is necessary for you also to take this break to sort of realign to yourself and your own needs and not feel so attached to this person. And so we got the moon and the rolling rabbit here. Yeah, I think whatever this next situation is going to bring up, I think you guys are going to have a conversation about your confusion with this situation. And with the rolling rabbit, I'm just imagining like a rabbit rolling back and forth of like, it's almost like, you know, pounding sand and like nothing's happening. The rabbit's not moving anywhere. It's like temporarily maybe like scratching its back, just doing a little dance or whatever, but in the end the rabbit's not going anywhere and it's just kind of stuck. And I feel like that may be how both of you guys are in, you know, you're going to end up having this conversation where you both are seeing this relationship as being a little bit stuck and stagnant, and really working together to figure out what you guys both need to improve it and to continue on with loving each other properly. Because that's just ultimately like what you guys both, I think like love is at the forefront of both of your minds. But when you are not getting your needs met and you're not sure what like how to do it. You can't, love isn't always enough, which is really sad. This is like reminding me of my past relationship. So this is like a kind of a bummer reading that that's kind of like, it brings me a little bit of peace, but it is hard to hear. So if that resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. Let me know how these channel messages were for you. If you like those, I'm trying to put together a deck so I can do more of those. But I hope you enjoyed your reading. Bye. Have a good night. Okay, if you chose the Deer pile, this is your reading. So for how your person is feeling, you got the Chariot, the Lovers, and the Tower. And your channel message is for how they're feeling. I wasn't expecting to grow as close to you as I did. Sometimes love at first sight isn't everything. Okay, well, this is a really sweet reading. The other two readings weren't as nice as this one, so already it's like, I'm happy. You got the Chariot, so this person is definitely feeling a pull towards you. They definitely like being around you. And I'm always seeing like this Cancerian, this just heavy Cancerian energy with this Chariot. So you make this person feel, warm and gushy, and you get them really emotional in a good way. You got the Lovers card here. They're, and I'm seeing a lot of like the yellow. You just really like brighten up this person's world. And with this Tower card, it definitely relates to the channel message of, I wasn't expecting to grow as close to you as I did. So this may have not been like a love at first sight kind of thing. You guys maybe started off friends and, worked up to this relationship, or, maybe something you didn't like each other at first, and then you just sort of realized how your feelings for each other. So this person realized their feelings fairly recently, and it was just kind of a huge Tower moment for them. And it definitely meant a lot to them, and it was, just big news for them to feel this way about a person. So that's really dope. So let's see how this person's thinking. We got, when I look into your eyes, I see my future. I want you. That's really sweet. Oh, I should have pulled the cards out here. Okay, so you got the Ace of Cups in reverse. Oh, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And the Five of Wands. Okay. So, for what they're thinking, they certainly want you. They really like you. But I don't, with this Ace of Cups in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and this Five of Wands, I'm seeing that they feel like on your end, you don't necessarily want them as much as they do. Because with this Ace of Cups in reverse, you could easily say that this is their energy and that they don't, they don't want this new beginning. But, I mean, we also have this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So I don't think, I feel like they think that you're not necessarily ready to settle down. There may be a lot of people around you, you may be pretty attractive, and they feel like there's a lot of competition, but when they look into your eyes, they like really can see something big with you. But when when they see you with other people, they're seeing you with other people. You know what I mean? Just because, like, when you guys interact, they're like, oh, this is the person. But you may be, like, in a social situation where there are other people, and you may be flirting with other people. You may not be, but they see other people flirting with you, and then they get discouraged thinking that they still keep these feelings of, wanting you and desiring you, but they don't necessarily know if they're reciprocated. And this may be because they had this big Tower moment as well. It's possible that you didn't even like know that they started feeling these feelings yet. And so maybe you were even kind of entertaining other people because you didn't even you thought this person was like not an option anyways, because if this wasn't a love at first sight kind of thing and you guys weren't immediately like both really into each other, you know, it seems like there might be this imbalance of who thinks who's into who. So at one point you may be like, oh, I really like that person, but that person doesn't think you're into them, and then like, or you think that they're not into you, and then later on they realize that they like you, but they think that you're not into them. Like, it's just a little bit messy that way. So I think, I mean, the only way to change it would just be an easy conversation. If this, you know, you guys both have these strong feelings for one another, I think like it's only a conversation away from it being just all out on the table and you guys realizing how much you both really care for each other. And so for the this person's next actions, you got the Four of Cups, boredom. You've got power, which is strength in reverse. You've got affection. And you have popularity, which is the Hanged Man in reverse. And then from the Rabbit Tarot deck, you got Hawk in the Sky and the Many Rabbits. I really gotta figure out that lighting. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out what this boredom card is referring to. Okay, so I think your person's watching you, certainly. I mean, they really have feelings for you. They're definitely watching you with this Five of Wands, and like they see a lot of other people around you. But I think the thing that's going to trigger them to take action towards you is when they finally see you again in a social situation, and they're going to see how bored you are around other people. And right next to boredom is power and affection. So I think that's going to really empower them to be like, oh, maybe they do really like me more than I thought they did, and maybe I do actually have a chance. And then with this popularity card, I'm just like, the words are really having heavy meaning to me right now. We got popularity, Hawk in the Sky, and the Many Rabbits. So I just see them as being like, finally understanding that your popularity is a good thing, and they no longer see it as competition. And with this Hawk in the Sky, once they you guys are both in that situation, they're gonna like swoop in and yeah, just like go for it. So just, I guess, be aware that this is the next, this seems like more of like a illustrating the next situation, the next big situation that's going to move your relationship forward. So I mean, this is certainly something that you can also, you know, affect too, if you know, are in the same, you know, social group as this person, and you just really want them to really see how much you care for them. You can, I mean, since you know, you've seen this reading and like you know that they have deep feelings for you and they really like you. Yeah, just like really making an effort of showing your disinterest in other people and your interest in them. That'll give them a lot of confidence. And yeah, and then just pointing out with the Many Rabbits of like acknowledging the fact that, you know, there are a lot of people that are into you, but you're not into a lot of people. And once they understand that and they kind of feel safe in the situation, they're gonna swoop in like this Hawk in the Sky, because they've been really keeping an eye out for you anyways. So that's dope. That's a really positive reading. If that resonated at all, please let me know. Let me know what you thought about these channeled messages. I'd like to I like to make a little deck maybe, and then continue using them if they are resonate with you guys. So let me know. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like, share, and subscribe if that was helpful to you, and I hope you have a great night. Bye. Okay, if you chose Eagle, this is your pile. So for your person's feelings, we got Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We got Three of Wands in reverse. And we got Two of Swords in reverse. And for your channel message, you have, I need to apologize for what I've done, though I see fault on both sides. Okay. So your person's definitely been feeling stuck. With this, there's so much yellow in these cards, so yellow represents the solar plexus chakra, which is a lot about willpower, and so like they feel the need to take action towards you, to really communicate towards you, to you, how they're feeling, because they feel like they need to apologize for something, but they're definitely holding back. You guys are probably in a period of separation. With this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, they're not ready to offer anything to you. Although they are being pulled to offer an apology because they do feel bad about whatever transpired in the situation. With this Three of Wands in reverse, they're still really focused on the situation. Two of Swords in reverse, like they're trapped in their mind. They have been, thinking about it quite a bit, and I'm sure, they're still going on and living their lives, but as soon as anything reminds them of you, it just kind of brings them back to the situation about how they just feel kind of just stuck and just sticky about this overall situation. Let's see. I think I need a broader picture of this. So let's see what they're thinking. So you got, oh yeah, a lot of cards came out for you guys. So you got the Judgment in reverse. All the groups came out 3 cards each for each pile. And this one you got 6 cards. So you got Judgment in reverse. You got the King of Wands. You got the Three of Cups. You got the Two of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. And your channel message is, I cannot control what I feel toward you or anyone. I feel like distancing myself, so I will follow that instinct. With this Judgment in reverse, they can't make a decision about something. Well, we got, okay, so for their feelings, they have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, but with their thoughts, they have Ace of Pentacles forward. So I think, but with this, you got this Two of Cups in reverse, so I think, yeah, they don't necessarily, with Knight of Pentacles in reverse, I don't think they're ready to offer anything, in the physical for a relationship or anything, but with this Ace of Pentacles, I think they do want to, kind of raise a white flag, and this Ace of Pentacles would be an apology, or just telling them how sad, they feel about how the situation went down. They're thinking about what they have to do to move forward and get back into a more passionate, fiery energy. Because whatever happened with you guys also affected their relationship with their friends. And, with this Knight of Wands is facing away from the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups is friendship and stuff. And with this Knight of Wands facing away from that, they're trying to figure out what to do in order to just move on with their life and just feel better about things. With the Knight of Swords, I think they're thinking about communicating with you, but I don't think it's going to be anything emotional with this Two of Cups in reverse. They just don't have that in them right now. And with this Judgment in reverse, right above the Two of Cups in reverse, they're not, if you guys are still together, they're not ready to let go of you yet. Like basically whatever situation you're in, they're not ready to make a decision about it. But they are ready to apologize for, however, I mean, this just is a sticky situation I'm feeling like, and they're like, I want to apologize for it, but you know, emotions are complicated, relationships are complicated, and so I'd say don't rush this person, because it's, you know, they're saying that, you know, I'll read this again, I cannot control what I feel toward you or anyone. I feel like distancing myself, so I will follow that instinct. Basically, they're like, I wonder if it looks like my feelings and my thoughts messages were reversed. This is so, yeah, this is definitely like a really confusing, sticky situation. Yeah, but like if they feel like distancing themselves, and this isn't saying that they really see you in a negative light. This is just like, I'm getting more of like a, you know, air sign, earth sign energy of like very kind of, you know, colder and being just trying to be more logical in the situation and removing emotions from the equation. I'm not seeing this as like they don't have any feelings for you. I'm saying like they want to treat this relationship as if they don't have any feelings, because they can't control their feelings. You know, that's just, you know, how some masculine, well, a lot of masculine energies are, just like being super logical and like blocking out their feelings, and then down the line they're like, why am I not happy? Well, because you didn't pay attention to what you were feeling. But for them, it's just like they feel like they're victims to their emotions, so they'd want to run away from anything that like unearths any emotions toward them, if that makes sense. Okay, so for their upcoming actions toward you, you got Revelation, which is the Star card. Okay. The Hierophant, which is Wisdom. Okay. And then Weakness, which is the Devil in reverse. And then for the Rabbit Tarot deck, we got Rainbow in reverse and the Hoe in reverse. So the next thing that this person's definitely going to come towards you, and with, you know, their talks about wanting to apologize to you with this Revelation card, the Star card. This is the apology, you know. So the next conversation, they're going to apologize to you. With the Hierophant card, the Wisdom card, you're going to get more clarity on the situation. Whatever they're going to say to you is going to like make a lot of sense, and it'll help you see things that you were kind of missing and confused about in the situation. And with this Devil card in reverse, Weakness, and with the Hoe in reverse. Okay, well, with this Rainbow in reverse, I'm seeing that basically the conversation will go down, and you guys will both realize how much you guys weren't seeing each other's, you know, point of views and stuff. And this will be, you know, you'll like receive clarity about how just how this situation was just not for you. This relationship wasn't for you. And you'll be less hurt about it, because it'll finally feel like it wasn't your fault. You know what I mean? Because it certainly wasn't. But with this Weakness and the Hoe in reverse, there is a chance that you guys are, you know, probably still really sexually attracted to each other, really passionate about one another. So I wouldn't, you know, put it past you for like you guys to meet up and have this conversation and be like, you know, we're totally incompatible for each other, and then end up like, you know, spending the night together or something like that. That's what I'm seeing here. Another way I guess I could see it is, yeah, weakness as in like, it'll also kind of break down your guys' walls. This'll, you know, this conversation will help this person realize that, like, they do have a weakness for you, and that they don't have to be, like, so cold and rigid with you because, because you're not, because I think they'll see you, they'll be like, oh, this person's harmless. Like, this person's so scared of their emotions, and they can't handle them, so they're, like, they kind of project that onto you, and so when they're, like, feeling confused about what they want, and you come toward them, then they're like, I'm so scared of that. Like, you embody their emotions that they're confused about, if that makes sense. And so with this conversation, they'll be like, oh yeah, no, this is a person that I actually like, and I've, you know, had a relationship with, and I, like, talk to and stuff, and, like, there's no reason for me to be afraid of this person. And, like, this person will realize how that weakness that they have for you, and that, like, that's like a soft spot, you know what I mean? So, like, ultimately, this next conversation that you guys are gonna have is gonna be pretty positive, no matter how it turns out. And I think both of you guys are a little bit, this eagle looks a little bit, like, rough too, like, it's got some ruffled feathers. So, like, both of your guys' feathers are, like, ruffled about the situation. You guys are both feeling, like, icky, and, like, you just need to get some stuff off your chest, and just don't feel so hurt if this person comes to you more cold and logical, because that is just how they are right now, and they can't handle their own emotions. And so don't see that as, you know, don't read that as you not being good enough. Just kind of take the situation as is, and really figure out what, you know, whatever next steps moving forward, figure out what's best for you based on how they're acting in the moment, because you shouldn't be expecting this person to get less cold and less logical in time. You know, I'm picking up on, like, if, you know, accept this person as they are now, or, you know, give them a break, because I don't think they'll be able to move out of this energy anytime soon. So that's what I'm getting for your reading. I hope that was helpful. If the channel messages resonated at all, please let me know. Yeah. And if you like that reading, and if you'd like to see more videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Comment if it resonated. Have a great night.